no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. They're free-falling right now, piling up loss after loss. We'll see if they can bounce back.
Yeah, and Kevin, things are starting to get a little bit out of control for them. And this losing streak is starting to become an embarrassment. And it's only going to get worse if things don't change. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And with the length Vanderbilt has, Doris, he can be a handful, very impactful.
Yeah, he can. That wingspan on a power forward frame, he's got the opportunities now to let that work pay off. This guy is fearless on the floor.
Bounce pass from Paul. Ayton with it. Picked up by Edwards. Back to Bridges. Sinks the triple.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Now, here is Russell. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Now, here's Booker. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. On the wing, Bridges. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. A shot by Paul, no good. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now here's Booker. Right now, checking. Over 23 points a game. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, Patrick Beverly has turned himself into a reliable three-point shooter. Nice delivery.
They get it back. Pass to Paul. Over Beverly. Here's Ayton. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Vanderbilt. And here's Towns. Up and in on the layup. Towns has got his second basket of the night. And Greg, people already predicting the MVP for this season. Is it too early to start talking about that?
I mean, we have roughly half a season left to play. Yet people love to talk about sports, period. Especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual award out there.
Now here's Booker. Last game with 30 points. For three, Bridges. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Vanderbilt misses.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
D'Angelo Russell.
And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter, at least early in his career, but now he's a legit #1 option for an offense.
And Greg, the efficiency for Booker has grown over the years.
And no longer forcing shots. Takes what's available to him, and I believe he can be the leading scorer on a championship caliber team.
Now here's Beasley. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Phoenix has possession, trailing by 2. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Payne in the post. He had 15 points last outing. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Jacks up a 3. And Malik Beasley with the 3.
Boy, takes some guts to pull up from three-point range on the fast break, but definitely the right move. You drill it, you look good.
Pass to Payne. Bridges outside. And here's McGee. Guarded by Reed. 5 on the clock. McGee's shot is off. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Pass to Beverly. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Beasley outside. Here's Reed. Kicks it out to Beasley. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bridges with some nice defense. There's the 3. The offensive rebound.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Beasley. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 3. And the second quarter will get under. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And against the whistle, 2 free throws coming up.
What we know about Taurean Prince is he's a terrific competitor who knows he's going to lay it all out on the floor every night. For coaches, that is such an invaluable trait.
Good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 4. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the three-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch in his release. But Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. And the results speak for themselves. Guys?
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. B.A., thank you. Shamet on the wing. Back to Payne. Shot clock at 6. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Suns making a switch here. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And Doris, the last few years for Russell has seen a lot of turnover and change for that young man.
And you know what? That can really slow down a player on the court more than you think. Last handful of years, Russell has changed teams and coaches several times, and yet he has still continued to be a factor on the floor.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Out to Edwards. Drives to the hoop. Back to Beasley. To the paint. Here's Prince. Pass to Beasley. Left side, Towns. Goes up again. A rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Paul with the ball. Edwards defending. 6 to shoot. With a step back. No good on that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
It's good. Edwards got his first bucket in this one.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around. Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. Off with the layup. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Towns. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Suns trail by 5. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul. Paul looking around. Releases.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Okogie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Towns does so many things well on the floor, Doris, but you can't forget about his rebounding.
Right, this guy puts up huge rebounding totals every night. You can pencil him in for double digits every night on the backboards. This guy can anchor your team's rebounding.
Pass to Crowder. A shot off that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
That one falls.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Here's Vanderbilt. Now Towns. Defended by Crowder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And Towns, not known for his rim protection, but he's improved in that area recently, challenging and changing more shots.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Shamet with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Down low. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And Towns drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Payton looking around. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Out to the right wing. To the middle. Towns. And the rejection by Smith. And here's Booker from the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Suns trail by 12. And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by Beverly. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They get it back. Here's Towns. Out to Edwards. Pass to Russell. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Beverly with the ball. Now Smith defending. And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And they get it back. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Booker's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns.
Well, that's the bread, the butter, the main course, Booker's move, and the catch-and-shoot money.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Suns trail by 12. And Doris, we know that Anthony Edwards has given numerous head-turning quotes, but that's just who he is.
That's right. One of the most candid players in the league. Caught some media off guard when he said he saw himself as a football player. But this guy's got big-time personality.
Pass to Towns. McGee with the block. Inside. Vanderbilt with the block. And he's able to get it back. Tries again. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And Cam Johnson, a surprise pick, Doris, when he was taken 11th back in 2019. Many wondered, I recall, what the Suns saw. Now, that's not the case.
Well, that's exactly right, because most projections had him as a late first-round pick. The Suns front office, give them credit. They saw the upside of Cameron Johnson. Boy, he is now viewed as one of the steals of that draft.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Booker, right side. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Edwards drives in.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Towns with the steal. Knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. Now here's Paul. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. For three, Beasley. Now Beverly. Tipped away.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Bridges with the steal. Pass to McGee. It's stolen by Edwards. Paul with the steal. Johnson hits the bucket.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
So both teams making some changes here. Timberwolves leading by 7. As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone. And he's the engine to this whole operation. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Back to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Payne. From past the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. To the middle. And the basket by Okogie. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Well, through 3 quarters of... And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Suns trail by 12. And here is Paul. Booker looking around. Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Russell left side. To the inside. Okogie.
What you like about Jay Crowder is his passion, the energy he provides on defense, just off the charts.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly.
Booker outside. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This guy is such an intelligent basketball player who understands how to read defenses and make them react. Go to work, DeAndre Ayton.
Both shots good from the stripe. Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a 3, but it's still a developing part of his game.
Yeah, you know, not the best numbers from outside. Does it to keep teams honest, but it's a far fetch to say he can stretch a defense. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Pass to Paul. Now here's Crowder. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
A second chance effort. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
And the Timberwolves call timing. And with Ayton, one area of his game that's always been elite, Doris, is work and rebound.
Yeah, there's no question. As good as advertised, he is a double-double machine. And think about it, he is not even at his prime yet.
Your Timberwolves dancers.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thanks, David. Edwards. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Crowder inside. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Crowder's got his first points of the night. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Towns. Driving to the basket. And the rejection by Ayton. On the clock. Vanderbilt misses. Suns trail by 9. For 3, Booker nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Devin Booker.
Karl Anthony Towns takes the hit, gets the whistle.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Booker the bounce pass. Crowder inside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Suns with the ball. Back to Paul. Clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns get it back.
In the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Vanderbilt. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And here are the Suns now. Booker outside. Pass to Paul. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Now here's Towns. He's covered by 8. Back to Edwards. .46 seconds left in the game. Bridges with the steal. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the... was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, a 7-footer who's got guard-like skills, who can shoot the lights out. Karl Anthony Towns is a problem, guys.
Ayton. Money!
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged. He's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Timeout called. The Suns. They're behind by 6. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. A shot by Paul, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Suns call time here. They're down by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
"15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
Pass to Layman. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot will not fall. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, it's just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. A contest between conferences. Atlanta, where the Hawks take to their home floor. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them, as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
Capella trying to free himself up. Pass to Reddish. Right wing. Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Herter's got the opening field goal of the game for Atlanta.